Howdy, it's Jim Arado, and this is early April 2025. We're here pretty much driving to Twin Arrows, Arizona, and not too far from Flagstaff. I just looked over the Wikipedia entry. It's considered a ghost town, and there's a couple of abandoned buildings here that have become sort of, tourist attractions in their own right. And this area has a lot of history going back to when it was part of Mexico, and it looks like there was some kind of uh, tourist roads, Route 66. Um, this was a very touristy area at one time, and there was a trading post, and it looks like that trading post was closed and abandoned in 1995. And you've got the twin arrows, the two giant arrows that kind of set here. One of them seems to have blown over and disappeared in 2023, I believe. One of them is still standing, as we'll see here in a moment. And as you'll see, it looks like graffiti artists have sort of come in and done their thing to the buildings. And we'll do a quick walkthrough. But yeah, very interesting place. You can definitely see it from the main road, and then there's an exit you can take, and you can drive right over. It seems like the Twin Arrows and Two Guns, just a few miles away from it. Arizona kind of has an open. Well, you'll see abandoned structures, and they're kind of. I don't think people care if you come and look at them. Yeah, there is one of the arrows, one of the twin arrows that's left. The other one has disappeared. Great place to stop for a photo op. And then, yeah, I was thinking about slowing this down so you can see a little bit more of it, but I did a very, very quick walk through looking at a couple of these buildings. I wanted to be careful though. Obviously, people have done their party in here. There's broken glass, broken bottles. I definitely watched where I stepped. You don't want to step on anything sharp that might go through your shoe. So I really didn't go inside of these buildings. I just kind of peeked in and looked around. And of course, there's the graffiti. And according to Wikipedia, it looks like I believe a local tribe does own the buildings, but the state owns the property, if I'm not mistaken. So I think this has become a spot that yeah, they kind of, it's abandoned. If you want to come out here and paint, obviously nobody's stopping you. In fact, we would drive by here a couple of other times on our trip, and we would see other people out here just kind of looking around. But it's obviously become just a stopping point, a bit of a tourist attraction on its own, just because it's abandoned. And yeah, that's looking pretty rough. Uh, Something sad about it, but also something beautiful in a weird way too. But it is something we wanted to stop and check it out because we were here. We would also go up and check out Two Guns, and I'll put up another video about that. It's an equally interesting place. Also abandoned, used to be a roadside attraction. I wish we had explored that area a little more. It looks like it's a little more open. Looks like there's more going for it. But we did stop here at Twin Arrows and just kind of looked around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look around. I'm sure on the internet there's some pictures of this place before it closed down. But but yeah, there it is. And again, I did not want to go inside. I felt a bit intrusive as it was, and just walking around here. But I wanted to check it out since we were here. And there is something, as you're walking around an abandoned place like this,
Yeah, well,
you do
thank you.
kind of wonder to yourself, like what could have been, what was, what once was here. Uh, would have been cool to have been here when it was something more. Yeah, and there you can see the main road going by. So if you're driving through Arizona, you're gonna pass this place pretty easily. If you're going from Phoenix or Flagstaff up to the Grand Canyon, this is up to Meteor Crater. I don't think we were very far from Meteor Crater at this point, but yeah, some interesting graffiti. I'd like to paint myself. I don't work with spray paint much. Probably would have felt wrong adding any contribution to this. But yeah, so we walked around, we looked at it, and then we drove out. In fact, if you don't want to be as nosy as I was, there's a little loop right here. We kind of got off the road, we turned around in this little loop, and then you can sort of see it and just do a quick drive by if you just want to see it from your car. And that's really probably what I would recommend. Interesting tower there, of course, with Chief Wahoo, the Cleveland Indians logo. Somebody painted that on there. There's the arrow, and then the buildings we were just kind of looking through. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it. That's Twin Arrows, Arizona. Interesting place. I might have to do some more research on that just to check it out. But yeah, if you were there, especially if you were there back when it was open for business, drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. If you know more about it, let me know. Surely somebody has written a book about that area. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more of a deep dive on that and check that out. Thanks.